Cellhound is for you.
We've got some good friends over there. Suzanne, she's been helping us out.
She's been liking our videos. I don't know if you've seen over on our YouTube page, but she's been making comments. She loves us, Adam. I don't know what we did right, but she loves us.
It's because you brought up Gene Simmons. That's why.
It didn't hurt.
Well, our friends at Cellhound are giving you a special offer. If you go on there, sign up for an account, it'll help you to get your clothing items, your death pile. It'll help you to get listed a lot faster, which means more sales.
I mean, your clothing, your shoes, your women's handbag, purse type items.
I know you got a lot of those, so let's help you out. Let's get those items listed. Derek, how can they qualify for that?
Well, first off, they're going to let you do your first 3 for free. Just try it out and see if you like it. Learn how it works. So you can't beat free.
You're out of nothing.
Everyone knows if they're going to do it for free, you're going to get hooked.
If it's free, it's for me.
After that, you just put in Deathpiles, all capitalized, Deathpiles 25, and you'll get 25% off whatever subscription you decide to go with.
That sounds like a wonderful deal to help you make more money. And like I said, that's what they're all about, is helping you get that bottom line so you can enjoy the things you want to enjoy.
Get some holiday cash.
And spend it at everywhere you want on the internet.
Hey guys, it's D-Roy Everitt and Adam Beasley from the Deathpiles and Taxes podcast that you're listening to right now.
Your favorite accountant, I know. It's the greatest thing in the whole world.
A lot of you have been asking what you can do to help the podcast out, and seriously, all we want is a review.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a 5-star review, but if not, be fair, at least a 4.
We know you're listening. Like I said, we see the numbers. We're all over the world. Like I said, it's just we see it. We appreciate everyone listening. Help us get a little higher up there. Help us get more new listeners.
With the algorithms, people can help find us out, and it really does help. So if you can go to Apple, iTunes, that's where a lot of you are already listening, or wherever you're listening.
Spotify, Apple, all of these different things. They're all out.
Wherever you listen, give us you don't even have to write a review, just give us 5 stars. If you want to give us a review, that's cool too. We appreciate it, and keep listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Welcome, Deathpiles and Taxes listeners, episode number 111.
It's a busy time of year, Adam. It's a busy week, and we're some busy guys.
I'm not going to say, you look a little beat down, buddy. You look like you've been run over by the man.
Been ran over by the man, and it's not slowing down. So sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but you're always playing the game, right?
Well, the end of the year usually is kind of like your tax time. You're always busy at home. You're busy
That's
at
crazy.
work.
Well, yeah, I got the resale stuff going on. In the industry I'm at, we always have year-end inventory. Right now, it's basically me and this other guy trying to do it, and we got more stuff than we've ever had at work to count through, and less people to help, plus your daily tasks. So it's a little crazy.
You know what it means, though. Come that 3rd, 4th week in January, you are going to have so much money, you're going to not know what to do. The vaccine will be out. You'll be traveling all over again. The world will come back to normal.
Oh, I'm going to know what to do. It's no problem. That's the thing. You can always spend money.
Oh, yes.
I mean, no one has ever told me, man, I just can't spend this money fast. I just got too much that I don't know what to do with it.
I had somebody tell me that today.
You had somebody that says, I got too much money. I don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
You say, Venmo my boy D-Roy, all the extra, and me and him will split. You don't tell him but we'll split it.
Okay,
if you're just like, if you need to get rid of, tax purposes, this guy will take up,
I just literally just had this same conversation with him, so.
Wow. Well, I guess I've never heard that because I'm not an accountant, but you are an accounting man.
Like you said, you can't hide money.
You can't hide it. Well, that's, the tab fortune's about ready to roll in. So
the last guy who did Al Capone, he ended up in prison for the IRS.
There's a few people that have tried to hide, but you just can't. You get those luxurious towels.
The tab money.
You go over to the house, and that's you just can't. So, Adam, I might have to try something next year. I'm not committing to it yet, but here's where I'm at. I've never really got big on the Amazon. Been pretty loyal to eBay. I usually source off Macari or some other substances because Adam's about ready to open his new 30. Usually, I go that way as far as I just try to sell on eBay, I buy local or sell Facebook groups. But after this Black Friday, 40%, it was over 40%, over 40 cents of every dollar was spent on Amazon.
You're gonna have to go get that money, buddy.
Well, I mean, with the fees and everything, it's very competitive, but it's also just kind of like a big machine where everyone just tries to undercut each other and race to the bottom.
Yeah, but if you have the right product,
That's the thing. You have to find the right product and you have to get the right thing. But I'm sitting here thinking, boy, that's a lot of fruit left on a tree, you know.
it's a lot. And maybe, like I said, with the items that they're searching for it. Why can't you find a weird one-off product that you're looking for on eBay on Amazon? I mean,
Yeah, you can do. I think I'd still do both. I'm thinking, even if it's, I don't know if I want to do FBA or the merchant fulfilled, you know, where I send it in, kind of like eBay. But
yeah.
there's just a lot of eyeballs over there, and a lot of money being made on eBay, on eBay, but on
Amazon.
Amazon. I'm you know, boy, I'm a little burnt out right now, Adam. Tell you the truth.
You've been working hard, and you just need to get some more money, put it in your account so that you can pay taxes here in about 3-4 months.
I can't wait.
Because I didn't want to get to it too quick, but those taxes are certain.
Those taxes are certain. Update on some Bolo, some things we've been talking about, hot things. I told you last week I might have a hot tip on one of those. I said PlayStation 5s, but there's also the Xbox Series X.
I heard you've been making some dollar bills on that.
Well, turns out my brother Aaron, who's been in here a couple times, was able to get his hands on a couple of those. Now, the first one, for those of you that don't know, it's the gaming console, the new Xbox. The PlayStation 5 is a lot harder to get, and apparently when you get in line and you get in the stores and everything, there's a lot less quantity of those as well, which obviously drives up the demand. But the first time he got there, he found out where the drop was going to be, and thought it was a pretty good place in line. Then they open the doors and you run. It's a young man's game. You got a cardiovascular get up there, right?
The Husky section ain't getting one.
No, I'd have to get one of those. Those little hover around carts and stuff that you can drive in.
Yes.
Maybe I could get some sort of assistance, or can you let me in early because I'm in the
We can throw you in a wheelchair.
Rascals or whatever they're called, Jazzies.
Yes.
So anyways, runs back to the electronics, and he's like, pretty good place in line. He notices there's like 5 or 6 employees that they were already in there
Yeah.
that were in line. The guy behind him was an employee, but took the day off so he could do this. So he was fuming mad, the guy behind him, because he kind of knew who the people were,
Yeah.
and he knew, like, hey, I had to wait outside in the cold. This is BS.
Yeah.
And so he's like fuming and whatever. He was able to get one of the Xboxes, like I said, at that point, not the PlayStation 5, which was still fine. And that one sold really fast. And I priced a little high on it for whatever reason. I just figured I'd go high and then I could always drop it down. But it sold for $899 on that one. It was $499 and some taxes, so probably about $525-ish. So that's a pretty good turnabout. By the time I get done paying taxes, but fees, shipping costs, and give Aaron a little cut of the carrot, I'm not quite where you think I should be. And then he said, "Hey, I got word that they're getting some more. You know, a couple days later, you want me to go get one?" I said, "Well, let's see what we can do." You know, so again, he was able to get over, and they had a few more that day, and he scored one, and it went last night.
Oh, you did sell it.
It went last night. I had to lower the price a little bit because we're getting a little closer to that cutoff point, and I don't have to tell anyone right now. If you're trying to ship stuff, the post office is a mess in a lot of places. FedEx is just bogged down. USPS, UPS, DHL, everywhere that you can ship something's pretty loaded. But so this lady, I've been sending thank you notes on these ones, kind of like, hey, just so you know, I'm adding signature confirmation. That's really why I send the thing, just so they know you have to be home and sign for this, because we're talking about $1,000 drop.
Yeah, you don't want that to get on the doorstep.
I don't want doorstep pirate. I don't want it to be like it never got here or have claim. So anyway, sent this note saying, hey, you know, this it's shipped, going to be dropped off in the morning. I did 2-day priority, so on and so forth. The lady contacts me back. This is my grandson's Christmas present. Do you really trust the post office will have it here, you know, in time? And this is like, she's down in Florida. And I said, she said, I thought you'd go UPS. And I said, I just went off the shipping that you selected, which was me paying for it with I did 2-day priority for free, which I thought was pretty good.
Sure.
I said that's what I went with. That's what you selected. If you want to pay a little more, I'm more than happy to do whichever wherever you want. Oh, that would be fine. That would be just fine. So, I don't know. It got out today. I'm sure it will be there in 10 days. But I've had some things that have been stuck in Las Vegas for weeks. Then there's back east is getting. It just kind of depends which hub you get stuck in. Some things are going kind of smooth,
Sure,
and some things are just a black hole that I don't know. It's a crazy year, and it's a crazy because more things are going online. As if you're shipping, if you're selling, you probably noticed that things are picking up a little bit. I mean, if you're buying, if you're doing anything for the holidays right now, it's just busy. So
it's very busy right now.
And so that's a good thing. I'd say if you're still, I know when I edit this and stuff and put it out, we put it out a little later in the week. But I think if you still have expedited 1 or 2 day shipping options, still hit it hard. There's still opportunity to make some stuff there, and
I think you said don't give up though. Just because Christmas is getting closer, here's the thing that happens. A lot of people get money on Christmas and then they want to buy stuff online. So.
Exactly. And here's another thing I was thinking today as I was counting things that don't matter to me at all for hours is a lot of people get things for Christmas.
Brain cells.
No, turmeric.
That didn't take very long.
Yeah. You carry the show then. I'm tired. I don't care.
D-Roy's done.
I'm done. That was a good try.
He was talking about the...
Merry Christmas, everyone.
D-Roy's checking out. He's talking about at work he counts the herbal products that help all of us stay healthy and strong and well.
Times by 25 kilos, there's 16 on the pallet, 16 times 25, partial at 24.39, lot number B589204. Okay, what do we got there? Oh, it's not on the paper. Let's go figure out where the discrepancy is. Oh, got to tear the whole pallet. Let's put it back on there. Okay, now we got 16, and there the partial was actually 23.9. That's my day. It's horrible. What's the expiration date on that?
If you're looking to recreate the 3 wise men, Derek has got gold, frankincense, and myrrh he can send you. Go to the Johnny Lingo page.
I'd be more than happy to. So people, you get gifts, right? And you don't always get a gift receipt, or you don't want to ask for one because you don't want to be rude, but maybe it's something you have, maybe you already bought it for yourself, or maybe you just don't want it, and you're, whoever doesn't know what sometimes people are hard to buy for. A lot of people are going to be selling that stuff on Mercari and eBay. Now, if you get stuff and you want to flip it, that's great. That's a good opportunity to do it without people finding out that you're returning their gifts a little bit. But also, if you're looking to source and you're looking for some good product, people don't necessarily know what people pay for things.
And they don't know what they're going for.
So they might not know that you got this Toomey bag that looks to you just like a little duffel bag or backpack, and they're going to pay, sell it for $50, that's pretty good. They don't know it goes for $300-400. So if you're of a mind and an adventurous type soul, get looking on that, especially, from now, the first of the year, a lot of people are always trying to clean up clutter, get things, you get your New Year's goals, or whatever you call them. What is that called when you set your New Year's resolution? That's what I'm trying to think of.
Get a plan together.
Also, hot tip, everyone knows during the pandemic that like workout stuff was going hot.
I got a list.
Gyms and things were closed.
I got a list.
Adam's got a list. Right now, New York's shut down, so's California.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, Adam's got a list, apparently, that's going to tell you. But workout type equipment is, hot. Plus, the first of the year, it's always hot because people are going to lose weight.
I'm going on my diet again. I'm going off the dews and pure cabbage. I'm going to look like Grandpa Joe in just a bit.
Yeah, so there's a little of that. I'm spent Adam.
No, I said you're right there. Like I said, I was just going to kind of try and get. I thought about it, thinking, okay, what we're almost through the year. By the time this airs, we might have 1 or 2 more weeks left of the year of 2020. Yeah, 2020, which is the weirdest year ever on file. But you hit it like
Barbara Walters didn't even show up for it.
Barbara Walters.
Welcome to 2020.
Oh, got you.
Get it? You dams, huh?
Oh yeah, back when those shows were important. Just saying, like I said, there's so many different items that have sold, and like I said, as we switch to this pandemic type things, a lot more like you talked about. Well, I mean, computers, laptops. where they Wi-Fi or extenders, any type of electronic.
A Wi-Fi extender?
Yes,
That's different. Okay. Making sure I have the right extension for you.
that's right. Zoom camera, computer cameras, big one, puzzles, board
Yeah,
games.
puzzles has been huge.
Video games, so many of these other things that you just kind of you wouldn't necessarily think in a year prior. I think the same thing. I was discussing this here at work today. Whether or not, like, says we can kind of get into these. We're not a political show, but there's going to be kind of the tide is going to turn no matter what here in the next couple months. But I think that regardless, that people they're just tired. What I mean, they're sick of being bottled up. They're sick of being in things, and I think no matter what, people are going to want to spend money because they've been saving it, or not saving it. They've been
They can't spend it. Yeah, trying to find ways to spend it.
and a lot of people spend a large amount on vacations. I mean, we do. Like I said, we'll usually go drop, I don't know, any $3,000 to $6,000 on a vacation. With everything.
Look at that. Listen to that, folks. We can't hide money. How much? Thousands of dollars on
$3,000
vacation?
to $6,000.
Nice.
I mean, it's it takes money to stay in Florida. Not all of us have the ins with the Airbnbs. I mean, the gun clubs.
We can't all, wait a minute. We don't all have an in with an Airbnb. You can go to www.airbnb.com, register an account, then you're in.
I know.
That's the secret.
You've got that special secret sauce because you got kicked out of one for being there too late, or whatever contract or thing you voided with Airbnb in North Hollywood, Florida. Remember that? Go back, check the stories. But no, I just mean that I think people are going to have once the mental part of this vaccine, once we kind of get out of our shell.
It's going to be like a Mardi Gras for a year.
I think that's where we're going. So whatever
We're just going to go crazy.
recession or whatever thing that we were kind of trending for, I mean, I think that it's going to prolong itself because people are going to be so bottled up. I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of cabin fever. I mean,
a lot of cabin. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we usually try to attend, 1, 2, 3, 4 football games every year. I at least I went to one. It was the weirdest game I've ever been to.
I've been to 0.
Yeah, like I said, but if you think about that, how much money we spend on it. We'll spend, $50 to $100 on the tickets. If it's here local, you go out to eat, you do all that stuff. I mean, it's $200-300. You bring 2 people, it's a $500 day.
Yeah, easy.
And then if you travel to Washington, go up and see your boy Waddy, do your thing you like to do.
You didn't even go talk to him.
I didn't. It's my fault.
We got this listener last week. You're saying these stories about what, stick it or something.
I'm just a scumbag.
He contacted me, said he must be in Pelican's Head. I'm just like, thanks for listening. I'm sorry that you have to turn on a podcast and hear yourself get berated.
I don't even remember what part that was.
You were telling some story about Pelican texting bad karma or something. And,
Oh yeah, to Waddy.
Suck at Waddy. He turns in. He has his kids all there, and he hears you saying "suck at Waddy" to him. He's just trying to enjoy a podcast. Then his kids are like, "Dad, what's that mean? What do you say to that?" I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize. He said he must be in Pelican in your head. I don't know.
Waddy, I apologize if it brought up an interesting situation.
He came on here and been nice. He gave you a detailed. He stayed up late and give you a detailed places to go in the city. You don't even go say hi. And now this, I'm like, I'm just trying to. We only have so many listeners, Adam. We can't just berate them.
Waddy, you are our greatest listener in the Northwest. We love you. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're huge. You've made the podcast great again.
Might be good. Tell something to his kid. Tell his kid that you're sorry for him having to learn that.
Waddy's kid, I'm sorry that your father hangs around with low scumbags like us. That's your father's fault. He'll teach it to you. You'll become a better man because of it.
He talk about scumbags. I was going to say this with the video game thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen now? I get accused of some pretty low things, but I don't even I would never do this. There's people that take a picture, and there's of the PlayStation 5, and they're selling a picture, or they buy one and they have a box.
Yeah.
And they put, PlayStation, blah, 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 and at the end it's like, picture,
Box. Yeah,
or box,
box only.
see description. And then the description's like, you're an idiot if you buy this, it's only a box, so on and so forth. Don't return it, it's just a box. But a lot of people don't do that or look at that, and You got these elderly people that are just trying to navigate the internet and buy it, and they're getting this, and people are like, well, they should be able to sell whatever they want, but really, it's, we're all trying to sell things on eBay, and it makes us all look like scumbags. It makes every eBay seller look bad.
Yeah. So
So don't be that person. I mean, if you're selling it for $20, okay, somebody should know something's up. But you're selling it for $400 or $500.
it should be on par with the same.
Yeah, it's don't do that. That's been going around a lot. I know it always goes around when something gets hot.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, can I get into I guess I get into a little detail. One of the things, the information you're looking for is already out there. And what I mean by that is whatever thing that you're into, whatever item that you feel like is going to be hot or get into, it takes a little bit of groundwork to find out what's going to come up. And what I mean by that is, the longer we do this, the more and more people start to listen, which I love. Great. Sometimes it takes a long time. Our buddy Brian, he got a separate bank account for his cards.
I've been very proud of Brian.
Yeah.
I follow his store. He's doing it, man. I feel, because we've known him from when he didn't sell anything to now. He's out selling you.
Oh, he is. I'm out buying him.
Yeah, you're probably buying from him. But I've been following his store a little bit, and I just kind of check in every now and again to see what people are up to. I'll look at feedbacks, kind of see how much people sell. He's moving some products.
I've already sent in several cards for him to PSA. I've got another stack I'm halfway through. He's really, like I said, branching. He went like you did down like the X-Men type thing, the Spider-Man. So he's got Spider-Man cards. So he's gonna parlay and double it up with all these Donovan Mitchells and hit it with Spider-Man.
That's smart.
And then he's got like these Star Wars cards, and then he's got some Neymar, Kobe Bryant's, Michael. He's really kind of hitting all of it to kind of get it. But his wife let me know he's got his own separate bank account for it. Like he's doing it right.
Well, that's that boy Brian. Second favorite Brian. I had first favorite Brian contacted me the other day to show me some wrestling figures in his area, and he was just showing me to see if I was kind of when I had the COVID and stuff. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Or like you want to know what this is worth or whatever. And he's like, no, I was just showing. I just saw it and I was thinking about you, and probably giving me a heads up that I could buy it. But I was hallucinating there too, so I didn't buy it. But there were some cool things. So Brian's are good guys.
Yeah, but what I mean by it too is if you take the time, and like I said, this is a time giving back hobby. If you do things right, like I said, you can be involved. Meaning, we know that this pandemic it's getting there, but what movies are going to come out? Like, what is the next?
We got Wonder Woman on the Christmas Day.
I've seen some of those start happening, but like, what are these bigger productions that have been pushed off that are going to be coming out? The blockbusters of summer. What kind of swag can you get into? Other deep dives, and really finding something that you're like, man, that's really cool, and you could see somebody else wanting it. But we've kind of talked about it. There a lot of this money that's coming into this reselling, collecting type things are that nostalgia guys in our age, older, kind of wanting to do something with that money to kind of do something with it, give back to their kids, that nostalgia type aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brian's smart. For those of you that don't know, Donovan Mitchell plays for the Jazz, and they call him Spider. He's like,
some rip-off kid. It's some guy from the Denver Nuggets are trying to name some rookie the Spider-Man, and Donovan Mitchell tweeted out saying, "Come on, guys, like that's just impossible.
Yeah,
he's not Spider-Man."
It's taken. Excuse me.
Take it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you can't take.
You gotta be like, I don't know, Black Widow or something. You gotta come up with a new name.
There is an insane amount of money in sports.
Say what you will about athletes and things, but you gotta be like Kobe Bryant and come up with your own nickname.
Yeah,
he was the Black Mamba, self-named.
I mean,
and now that he's dead, it's making millions and millions of dollars off that.
Millions, hundreds of millions. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo just signed a contract.
It was a lot funnier joke when he was alive. They gave himself a nickname. Now I say it out loud. I apologize for any feelings that were hurt.
He has passed.
Yes, that was going to be the biggest story of the year, and it turns out blip on the radar. People don't even remember that.
Well, they will come year anniversary day, and if that happens, when that happens, if we make it that far, who knows?
Who knows?
And we don't know what's going to happen December 31st, 2020.
Speaking about last week, you said snow to the ceiling, and I thought that was kind of funny. It's been a dry year. We didn't have any snow. Named it the episode after that because, you know, sometimes I just pick up a random phrase or whatever. We try to make it interesting. And then it's been snowing all week, Adam. You've cursed us.
Let me finish up my
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I gotta get to that. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, he just signed a contract like $225 million today. Like
The Greek freak.
the Greek Freak. I mean, that's a great name too. Who's gonna steal that one?
It's probably some guy in Denver.
His little brother.
It's going to be the Hungarian freak or something.
I'm Gary. But the amount of money that go into it's just massive. And if you can find, I mean, these cards now, like we're talking millions of dollars. You know, any kind of memorabilia. For some reason, if you have that weird one-off Japanese Hulk Hogan card, like it will be worth.
Hulk Hogan never went to Japan, Adam.
Oh,
Adam.
I'm at large sumo wrestling.
Don't look for any of those cards. You're not going to find them.
Wait for about 6 months, and then they'll be in the Johnny Lingo store.
You could probably find a few graded here in a little bit, but those are just one-offs. Don't worry about them.
All right, so going back to the snowmobile. I mean, snowblower.
Yeah.
I bought a snowblower last week.
Oh, well, what happened to our deal?
I will tell you this. There's the wheel, there's bread, peanut butter, and then the snowblower. Like one of the greatest top 5 inventions ever made.
Oh, it's nice. I come home and, like I say, you can't hide money. I got 2 snowblower. I'm a 2 snowblower house. But it's just nice when you see people out scraping and scraping.
Yeah.
And I go out for about 5 minutes and I'm done. Or last night, it wasn't even that bad, but it was enough, you know.
Yes.
And I went in and whatever, and I didn't even have my coat on. I told Holly, I'm like, I can go out and just, you know, clear the walks real fast. She goes, but you don't even have a coat on. And it's like, you know, 10 degrees out there and we've been sick and whatever. I said, oh, I'll be back soon. And I just, you know, blew off the snow a little bit, put down some ice melt. But here's what
I want to see you
me.
show up and just like put your Hawaiian shirt and shorts on and just go out and do a quick.
I mean, sometimes I could. It depends how you're feeling, your mood, right? Sometimes you could just embrace it, and other times I'm just bundled up in 5 layers and the scarf around me. But I was watching the Utah-Colorado game, and they were using like leaf blowers on the snow.
I saw that.
And I'm like, okay, that's a new epiphany. When we get this powdery snow, I'm not even going to bother firing up the old snowblower. I'm going to get the old leaf blower and go to town and see what we can do with that.
That's an epiphany with a big E.
There you go. See, in this podcast, you think you're just going to get reselling. Well, if this is your first time listening, you think you're going to get just reselling stuff. If you've listened more than once, you know it's going to be all over the place, and hopefully it's entertaining.
Life advice.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I guess if you're listening more than once, you probably kind of like it.
Well, obviously, I mean, Derek does have that addictive quality about him.
Speaking of addictions, Adam, if you're looking to make some real quick cash over this holiday season,
Not selling that stuff anymore. I'm telling you.
not going back to prison, but no, I mean it is just a busy time of year, and it's a great time though to be able to source and find things like we're saying. I was going down with the Spider-Man card. Spidey Mitchell, he puts them together, sells them as a bundle, but also, I mean, there's just so many opportunities out there. It's almost ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, you're gonna find some good things. It is definitely an opportunity to make money.
I never said, but a couple weeks ago, eBay announced they're doing a partnership with Bulk, which is a pallet service. We've talked about that a little bit before, but you can actually just go to eBay now and go to Bulk and just buy pallets that they'll send to you or return type material items.
Yeah.
So you don't even got to, like, if you want to source and find things, now there's different qualities and quantities and, you know, whatever you're after. Some might not be
like
pallets, but boxes, that kind of thing. But
it's the magic grad bag.
I mean, there's just so many places to do this, I guess is what I'm saying. And so many opportunities. We get a little card heavy, sports heavy, but that's really what we're doing. This week I got a bunch of tickets. I got my Fiesta Bowl tickets.
I saw that.
I got some other tickets I'm not going to talk about until they're graded, I don't think.
I've got lots of tickets up there too.
So we're kind of getting into that area. It's not as hot as cards have been right now, but I think it's going to come around.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things we've talked about. We could be way off, but
we're not.
But we may not be. Did you see my Mickey Mantle Hall of Fame?
You are finding stuff. Between your buddy Michael Benjamin Painter, you guys find stuff.
It's a competition, I think, that kind of pushes you, but it was a thing from an exhibit in 1980, a Hall of Fame Mickey Mouse something or other. It was already graded, and I picked it up pretty fair price. Hopefully, it goes for as much as an Xbox.
I think that you guys opened up Pandora's box, because we have our large text group with the 6 or 7, with the 6 of us, and then we have the extra, the non-JCP text group, and then we have the us 3 text group. And that's kind of more like the deep dive, the nitty gritty wrestling, all these stuff. You guys threw me onto this Rocky Maya vehicle that you didn't buy. Like, Painter told you to go buy it. Why he didn't buy it, I don't know. He just...
Well, the budgeting, that's what it comes down to. We get a lot out, and we haven't got a whole lot back, so it's like, how much can you budget to fairly go about some things?
But I mean, I got on there, and it was a $70 card. It's like the second year rookie.
Well, it's actually a rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like
it's a different variation.
Yeah. So I'm like, and I looked it up, and then I looked at the solds, and like that it was sold. I mean, it sold for like $300, and I'm like, well, his value's going up. I mean, no brainer. Push the thing. I had a coupon. I had money in Macari, so it cost me nothing.
And a coupon. Oh, it's free for you then.
Yeah, I sold those WNBA cards.
You snagged it right up. No, that's why I shared it over there. It was one of those where I was kind of on the edge about it, but I bought a lot of stuff that week. It was starting to come in. You got Christmas things going. It's like, I haven't seen a lot of these, but I've got some eggs in some baskets. But no, it was a great card.
I think my budgeting, my goals is, I'm really kind of narrowed down my focus on what I'm doing, what I'm selling, what I'm not selling. And like I said, I had to do that because of the pandemic and change. I really enjoy, spending, random 30, 45 minutes looking on eBay, looking on Macari for cards that interest me. You guys will send stuff and it kind of triggers something, puts me down a rabbit hole. Where before we'd go to like DI, we'd go look for stuff, but you just can't do that right now.
Well, and here's the thing you gotta realize, at that point I've already purchased one Xbox, I believe. I don't know if I'd sold it or not, looking to buy another.
Yeah.
And I have more tab than any man should in the garage that's starting to just be there.
Macy's had a large shipment come in.
They had a large, but I went and did some I did some hitting up.
You hit it hard. But I think, like it says, I want to get, when I get all these cards back, when I start doing this, same thing, I've already got a separate bank account, and I've got like a credit card that I have designated just for that, because I really want to start hitting those goals. I mean, if I can, when basketball starts again here in 2 weeks, if you're going to tell me that somebody's going to pay $800 for a card that's sitting in that case up there, that's going to get my juices going. You know what I mean?
I'll sell it for that price. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting our big PSA push is supposed to be coming back. We might have to do a special Husky section with that. We'll see what happens.
We will do a special Husky section.
Adam, you know a man named George Clooney?
I've heard of him.
Well, there's some buzz going around. This is kind of a story from a couple weeks ago too, but have you ever heard of the Flowbee?
You mean Batman? And yes, I've heard of the Flowbee.
People say I look a lot like him. You probably confused us when we went out to restaurants before.
No, I found you.
Because they put us like, they're like, oh, right this way, sir. And then I'm like, I'm not him.
No, your doppelganger is Sharky from Sharky's and Bones, the chick at the Neverland Pilots. We discussed
I gave you a solid. I helped you out.
I know you did, but that's your doppelganger,
So,
not George Clooney.
Same guy. Some say that was the same actor. Anyways, so George Clooney was on 60 Minutes doing something for this new movie he's got coming out. And I don't know how the topic came about, but he said that he cuts his hair with a Flowbee.
Wow.
And that he has for years. Then they went on to like now that's kind of the talk and the trend. Already with the pandemic and places being shut down, Flowbees are kind of going up there so people can cut their hair.
I can see that.
But once George Clooney says it, goes through the roof. So if you have a Flowbee, if you've ever had a Flowbee, if you know where to find a Flowbee, they are hot right now. They're as hot as an Xbox right now, and they probably won't be for long, so it's a good time to flip it.
It's a good time to sell.
Not so many white elephants this year, but maybe you are in one and you get you a Flowbee, or you see somebody gets a Flowbee and they just think it's a joke. You give them $20 and you go flip that on eBay. That's a holiday bolo for you.
That is good advice. So, well, D-Roy, like I said, we're getting close to that Christmas time. Like it says, by the time you guys hear this, it will Christmas be literally right around the corner, or maybe afterwards. Like, so we're in that December season of giving. Get ready for tax season. It's happening. Get your year-end stuff together. Make some good decisions, some good purchasing. Get those receipts together. Get your totals. So Well, D-Roy, we're gonna cut it short. We got another chop up video we're gonna do here for a Christmas special. So, D-Roy, those two things in life that are certain.
Death piles and taxes.